Fiends of Chaos, come back at you with a brand new video. This is none other than King of the Night 57, and I'm going to actually briefly talk about the Final Fantasy Vincent Valentine web series, to actually touch up of the stuff I can actually talk about. Now, I can't talk about everything because I swear it's secrecy to my business partner from TS Productions, so I got, I did swear some secrecy, so I can't give out everything, but I can actually give out, I'm pretty sure I can give out a brief synopsis. Now, the synopsis is, this happens 10 or 5 years after Dirge Cerberus. Most likely 10 years, considering everything's futuristic, but it's an apocalyptic future where pretty much after the end of Dirge Cerberus, where you see Genesis brings Weiss's body at the end of the Dirge Cerberus game, is, at the end of the Dirge Cerberus game, pretty much Genesis is back. And in this apocalyptic future, this is actually, if I could compare Vincent Valentine's Genesis Revelation, is this pretty much like Old Man Logan. Vincent's a little older, of course, but most of Avalanche gets killed, Cloud, Strife, and Tifa disappear. We don't know exactly where she's at or what she's doing, so she's pretty much, she's pretty much not, she and Cloud are pretty much not in this, but we don't know what happened to them, which, again, I'm not going to drop any balls, so I'm not going to say what happens, but most of Avalanche is killed, I'll just put it that way, most of Avalanche is killed by Genesis, and now Vincent Valentine is a new Vincent Valentine, a much darker and more messed up Vincent Valentine than he was even in Dirge Cerberus. This time he'll kill any enemies because he's more of a Punisher type character at this point. He's pushed so far by Genesis that he spares no enemy. He spares no enemy. So this, for sure, I think the trailer is most likely going to be rated R. Most likely, it's going to most likely be rated R for the fact that this time and you can't really do a Vincent Valentine story at all. You can't do a Vincent Valentine story without it being rated R, considering Vincent is much of a darker character than Cloud and has a dark past, has dark things going for him. Of course, I will be playing Vincent Valentine in the web series, since I've elected to do it, and since it's me and my partner's creation, technically I could do that. Now, there is two new characters, two new characters that were once experiments of Genesis, the same man who killed some of Vincent's friends, so, they have the same kind of reason. Vincent Valentine wants to work alone because at this point, Vincent Valentine has pretty much gone to the point of from anti-hero to rogue hero. This time, he spares no one that's in his way. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a sight. This Vincent Valentine's going to be more grudged, filled, and angry. And understandably, because Genesis has taken things too far. Now, with Genesis is most likely going to play besides playing the role of the villain, but he wants to create a new black materia. And the reason why Vincent gets his chaos powers back is if you've seen the Facebook trailer where I Have the Wings, is because Chaos has to come back because Omega's back, because this time Genesis has risen back Omega using a time materia to fuse with Omega, so Chaos has to fight Omega again, but inside Genesis. Now, this is a darker apocalyptic future type of trailer. Now, we don't know if this is going to be turned to a web series, but if this gets good enough where we want a web series, I might have to ask for support. I might have to create a separate Patreon or a separate PayPal for the trailer only. We don't know what's going to happen, but and this is where I might need your help to make it into a web series if this gets anywhere else, but otherwise this is only a trailer at this point. But I just wanted to briefly talk about the stuff I can talk about you know, because I'm still kind of swearing on secrecy a little bit because, well, progress has been slow, but that's because real life has came up. My partner's still finishing out school, and, you know, I'm helping out my family, so it's like progress has been halted for, you know, realistic reasons, because this is not an easy project we're going to be doing. I had to end up buying new costume pieces for my costume. I bought like 2 or 3 wigs for my Vincent. You know, it made different sets, and I've made I've also made the costume my own by putting my own things to it. So the costume will be different a little bit, just to add more flair. Because if it was the same thing, it'd be the same exact thing, and we don't want to have the same exact thing. So Vincent's getting a new costume as well. Vincent Valentine's getting a new costume as well. But this will be the last chapter of the Final Fantasy VII saga. Now, I can't say it's canon because this is only a fan-made stuff. This is only fan-made, but I think Vincent Valentine deserves to have a fan-made web series about him. He needs more spotlight and love in the Final Fantasy lore than he normally gets, because everyone only cares about Cloud and Sephiroth when it comes to 7. So I think it's, yes, there is Dirge of Cerberus where it's his own game, but I think this could extend more lore with Dirge of Cerberus and the original Final Fantasy VII. So we're going to be keeping some concepts and themes from both Dirge of Cerberus and the original Final Fantasy VII, as well as Pieces of Crisis Core, because Pieces of Crisis Core does go into those games. So this is not canon, of course, because this is fan-made series, but at the same time, this one's going to include the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. You know, so this will not tie into the remake or anything like that at all, story-wise. This will only tie into the original compilation. Kind of like a short story. Pretty much, it's what it is. A short story, years after Dirge of Cerberus. And I think, you know, if this does become a web series, then I think it'd be perfect to actually incorporate some of those themes, but if not, it is what it is. But nonetheless, this is only a fan trailer at the moment, and we're still kind of organized. Just progress has been slow because real life issues come up, and you gotta take care of reality first. Reality comes first in life. Nonetheless, this is as much as I can talk about it without spoiling too much, or without, you know, giving too much away, or not, you know, pissing my partner off, because he's the one who actually does the effects. So I'm gonna just leave it at where it's at, and may the crystal be with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow my Twitch, King of the Night 57. I stream every other night. May the crystal be with you.